Hey guys, let's get more news from Dallas Cowboys, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Will Zimmer push to prioritize Gilmore? Or will Lions steal in free agency? Amid the unsubstantiated rumor that the Dallas Cowboys might be an NFL free agency buyer at the cornerback position, one that as it relates to Kansas City Chiefs standout Jarius Sneed really doesn't add up, comes more realistic speculation about how Dallas might actually lose a standout player at the position. The Detroit Lions, who made it to the NFC Championship game before losing to San Francisco, are jousting with the 49ers, Cowboys, and Philadelphia Eagles for likely supremacy in the NFC in 2024. So if one of those teams can poach a good player from a same-level competitor, that's almost like winning twice. So here come the Lions, with a projected $45 million in cap room, and here sit the Cowboys, with a great deal of big calculator moves needed to become cap-compliant by the start of the NFL business year on March 13. And perched in between them, in the eyes of one website, is cornerback Stephon Gilmore. The longtime cover man returned to Pro Bowl form in 2023, but with Trayvon Diggs and Darren Bland in tow, Dallas may prefer allocating top dollar to other spots, writes CBS Sports, predicting that the Lions will end up making a move in free agency to improve their secondary. Our friends at NFL Analysis Network are buying the notion, writing, Gilmore would be a massive addition for the Lions. He's a proven number one cornerback and is still playing at a star level during the 2023 season, his first with the Cowboys after a successful offseason trade with the Colts. Gilmore recorded a forced fumble, 2 interceptions, and 13 defended passes. He was a classy locker room presence and has played as best he could in the postseason loss to Green Bay, despite a busted-up shoulder. That shoulder. Zimmer obviously has great respect for the player Gilmore has been. But the above video is from earlier in 2023, and does not take into account the fact that Gilmore now faces a lengthy shoulder surgery rehab as he's entering his age 34 season. Are the Cowboys going to get in a bidding war to retain an aging and rehabbing third corner, behind Trayvon Diggs and Darren Bland, who might not be ready to demonstrate his good health until training camp? Mike Zimmer won't reinvent the wheel, but penalties and discipline? The Dallas Cowboys have a new defensive coordinator in Mike Zimmer. But new doesn't mean he has no plans to detonate what has been built defensively by now Washington Commanders head coach Dan Quinn. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here, Zimmer said in his Wednesday introductory presser at the Star. I mean, they've been pretty good, with Zimmer now taking over a defense from Quinn that ranked first in takeaways in 2021 and 2022 and had a knack of sacking quarterbacks. Ranked 14th in 21 and 23, 4th in 22, it is no surprise that Zimmer isn't about to throw about what has been built already. Instead, he is more focused on developing a scheme that brings out the players' talents, while also hammering home the want to be a disciplined unit at all times. We're going to look at the players, try and figure out the best way to use them, put the scheme together, and we want to take the good things they've done, maybe add a few more other things that we've done good in the past and try to make this thing manageable, he said. We're disciplined and we're well coached, play together as a team, we try to make sure everybody understands their role so that other people on the field can have success doing their job. During his time with the Minnesota Vikings, Zimmer's defenses were well known for being tough to play against. In his 8 years, Zimmer's defenses in 5 straight seasons ranked inside the top 10 for points allowed, first in 2017, 15.8/G, and also ranked inside the top 10 in sacks 5 times. But perhaps the biggest thing that Zimmer will bring to Dallas is discipline. It is no secret that the Cowboys have been one of the most penalized teams over the last couple of seasons, and defensively, while the unit only accounted for 50 of the team's 121 penalties this past season, it was the timing of them. Cowboys to sign Chiefs LB to replace Van Der Esch? If Jerry Jones is true to his word of being all-in in 2024, then fans should expect the Dallas Cowboys to be among the spenders in free agency. After years of being prudent in the offseason, mostly building through the NFL draft while typically bargain shopping in free agency, the Cowboys claim they are looking to push all their chips to the middle of the table. With inside linebacker, offensive tackle, and running back all looking like areas of improvement for the Cowboys, they could solve some, if not all, in free agency. CBS Sports has Dallas addressing their need for an inside backer by signing Kansas City Chief Willie Gay Jr. Gay has now been a part of 2 title-winning defenses in KC, even though his numbers have never been gaudy, Cody Benjamin writes. He'll probably be among the most affordable of their homegrown free agents on this side of the ball, but even then, re-signing Drew Tranquill or leaning on Nick Bolton is probably more likely. So, with the projection of the Chiefs opting to re-sign Tranquill and Bolton over him, the site projects that Gay will move south and sign with the linebacker-needy Cowboys on a 2-year deal worth $13 million. The Cowboys were short on bodies at linebacker last season, losing Leighton Vander Esch to injury. Damone Clark, the former 5th-round pick, quickly became the most experienced starter at the second level of the Dallas defense. At the same time, Marquise Bell, the converted safety listed at just 205 pounds, was his primary partner. While Clark and Bell held their own in pass coverage, as Pro Football Focus graded Bell at an eye-popping 87.6 and Clark at 69.1, the loss of Vander Esch was felt most against the run, which is the strength of Gay's game per PFF, who graded his run defense at 71.3 this past season. At 6'2" and 243 pounds, Gay brings the type of body the Cowboys need at the second level. The former second-round pick out of Mississippi State started in 15 of his 16 games this past season for Kansas City, totaling 58 tackles, 4 for a loss, 1 sack, an interception, and a forced fumble. If being all in is truly the goal for the Cowboys this offseason, then Gay is a signing that the Cowboys could make that wouldn't break the bank but would certainly improve their roster. And you fan, what do you think of the Willie Gay situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.